Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Talk About It with Candace. I am Candace, and this channel was created to discuss stuff that I'm watching, reality TV, movies, anything that's on my mind, giving my thoughts and opinions. Um, Ever since the pandemic, you know, um, a lot of people are still working from home. We're still working from home. We're just now starting to increase the amount of days that we are going back into the office. And so there are shows that I like to watch, and sometimes I don't have people in my life that watch the same shows, like Love Island, 60 Days In, different movies that I'm watching. So I wanted an outlet to be able to give my reviews and my thoughts and opinions on those shows. So I decided to create Let's Talk About It with Candace. So for this very first episode, we're going to go over the first, I believe it's the first 7 episodes of Love Island. It's going to be a real quick review because, like I said, it's 7 episodes in. The 5th episode, which is on Saturday nights, they just give like kind of like a recap of everything that happened throughout the week that we didn't see on film. I don't watch those, so we're not going to discuss Saturday's episode. But in the very first episode is when we get to meet the initial cast. We meet the ladies, which is KK, Anna, Destiny, Jasmine, and Kassy. And so, let me see, make sure. Okay, yeah, so those are all the ladies. So they start bringing the guys out one by one. This setup is no different than any other season. This is season 5, so the setup has been really consistent. That you start off with the ladies first. They brought out Leonardo first. All of the ladies gravitated to Leonardo. I'm not sure if that was production having everybody go to Leonardo, because I just don't believe, despite the fact that he's a really handsome guy, I just don't believe that everybody was necessarily attracted to him. So, and if I'm looking weird and off, it's because I'm looking straight at my phone, but the camera is like right over here. So it's just weird because I'm looking at myself, but the camera is somewhere else. But then they bring out Marco. Marco, really handsome guy. Also, Destiny goes over with Marco. Then they're going to bring out Victor. Victor is from Spain. Now, initially, I actually liked Victor. Because he was a little bit more mature. But nobody gravitated to Victor. And I was actually quite surprised because I thought he would at least have one person. Then they brought out Keenan. And I think I'm pronouncing his name right. And so KK went over to Keenan. And then they brought out Fergie. So let me make sure I got these right. Leonardo, Marco, Victor, Keenan. That's right. Okay. And then they brought out Bergie. Bergie was just weird to me. I didn't understand how he got on the show. He just seemed awkward. But honestly, I initially thought that Anna was going to gravitate to Bernie, and only be Bergie, or whatever his name is. I don't really know. But that's only because in her interview, she said she was looking for marriage. She already had her wedding dress. He's looking for marriage. I would think that them two will gravitate together because they basically want the same things. But in the end, nobody picked Bergie. So, Anna and Kassy and Jasmine. Yes. So Anna, Kassy, and Jasmine, they are remaining with Leonardo. Victor gets to decide who he wants to couple up with. He picks Jasmine. So now Leonardo has to decide who he wants to stay with, Anna, or is he going to stay with Kassy. He picks Kassy, even though he says Anna is his type because he likes blondes. So it dumbfounded me as to why wouldn't you pick Anna in the first place then? I digress. But Anna then is then coupled up with Bergie. They tried to talk, but Bergie was just real awkward. He was just, he hasn't had a lot of relationships. He said he's never actually had a serious girlfriend. So him talking to women, it was just very awkward for him. So so they just really had a really rough time of it. Well, Love Island this season, they threw in a monkey wrench. They had the couples had to pick the weakest couple, and Bergie and Anna was selected. And then from there, between them two, they had to see who was going to go home. So Bergie decided that he was going to take himself out of the game and he was going to go home. So, surprise, surprise, and that was something new to Love Island. And I think that they changed it up because if you look at the other 4 seasons, it was really consistent. Like, you could really just tell, okay, this is what's supposed to happen next. So you just knew. So I think just to change it up a bit, that's what they did. And stuff, just to spicing it up a little bit more. So Bergie gets a text saying, hey, you're not going nowhere. You're getting second chances. He gets to go into the hideaway with 2 new girls, Carmen and Hannah. And this is going to bring us into episode 2. So he stays the night with Carmen and Hannah. So he gets a little bit of opportunity to talk to them both. I think that they thought it was weird too that he was just out of place personally, but they were just like, okay, we're gonna give him a chance. He seems like a cool dude. Like, he just seems like that boy that's just your friend, that awkward boy that's in the girls' clique, and they're comfortable with him because he's so awkward. That's what Bergie gives to me. But anywho, they get a surprise when they see Hannah and they see Carmen come in, and they're like, hey, yeah, we got a surprise for you too. And so they bring back in Bernie. So everybody was happy to see him back, that he actually didn't leave, and that he gets this opportunity. So, and it was all genuine to me. It was all genuine. So Hannah and Carmen, they get to pick 2 people who they want to go out with. I believe Hannah picked Victor and Carmen picked Leonardo. They went on dates and stuff. Hannah really wanted to pick Victor. And I kind of wonder how, if you've seen the episodes and you go back, you think about it, if Hannah actually got to go with Victor, how would things have turned out? Anyway, I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, when they come back, they're discussing the dates. They're trying to figure out who they like and whatnot. They get a text saying that, hey, you get to steal a guy from one of the guys. So each person gets to steal somebody. But they have the option to tell the Islanders or keep it to themselves. So they decided to keep it to themselves. They said that they kept it to themselves because, honestly, I think they kept it to themselves because they just wanted to be mean. But they kept it to themselves because, from what they say, it's because they wanted to genuinely get to know the guys versus the guys knowing that, hey, I get to pick somebody, so they don't know the true reason why somebody's talking to them. So, um, during the recoupling, now, during this time, Kassy and Leonardo, they're not really getting along. Kassy's annoyed that, not that he went on a date, but he didn't even check on her. He didn't say bye or nothing. I can understand that to a certain degree, that like, hey, you didn't even come back and say hello to me and tell me how it went. You didn't talk to me at all. So this is the crumbling of Leonardo and Kassy. However, when they do the, I call it a recoupling, but it wasn't a real coupling. It was just that basically Hannah and Carmen get to steal somebody. Carmen decided to go. Carmen got to go first. So they had a game. Okay, hold on. I gotta remember. Yeah, they had a game, and they had teams. Hannah was the captain on one. Carmen was the captain on the other one. Carmen's team won, so Carmen got to go first in picking who they wanted to couple up with. Now, that was the part that they didn't know that was going to happen. And so basically at this point, Carmen and Hannah have their eye on Victor. So because Carmen went to go first, she picked Victor. Hannah picked Marco. So now you have Destiny, Anna. No, was Anna still single? Yeah, Anna's technically single at this point. So you had Destiny, Anna, Jasmine, and Bernie, who are our singles. Okay. So during this time, once again, Kassy and Leonardo, she's just not getting along with him. She gonna break things off for him. She was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do me, you gonna do you, because you talking and kikiing with everybody, you holding hands and kissing on everybody. I don't even want nothing to do with you no more. So she goes on about her business. Now I want to tell you what I didn't like, and this pissed me all the way off. She gonna sunshade her little ass over to Keenan. At this point, Keenan and KK has the strongest relationship in the villa. Okay, they have the strongest connection. I love them two together. KK and Keenan. I love them two together. So I was pissed off, and see, she would, to me, I feel like with Kassy, it was all of a sudden that she was interested in Keenan because he said, well, when I came in, I liked KK and you. And she like, really? Really? Yeah, because I was looking at you too. No, you won't. No, you won't. You won't looking at him. You were looking at him because he said he was looking at you. So you saw an opportunity to try to steal him away from KK. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. That's what she wanted to do. Okay. Now KK is, once this comes back to KK is a little bit annoyed by all of this. She's not annoyed at the fact of him getting to know Kassy, or vice versa, because that's the nature of the game. That's the whole point of the game. She's annoyed because Kassy never said anything. She never said that she was interested in Keenan. She never once said, girl, you know what, he is cute. Nothing that would have even gave a little inkling that she might have been interested. So for that, to me, that's what KK was really annoyed with and stuff. So, but to me, Kassy, too many damn K's. Kassy should have went to Bergie, because that would have been the perfect opportunity for her to stay in the game and whatnot if she had went on and tried to talk to Bergie. Because that's what I would have did. I'm not going to break up the strongest couple. Not until I can see there's a crack. Because at this point, there ain't no cracks. Even though we're only 4 or 5 days in, there's no crack in them. Okay? So unless you see that crack, I'm going to see. Now, if it was Hannah or Carmen who came in, I really wouldn't be that pissed off about it, because they don't have nothing to lose in this situation. They just coming in. But you've been there since day one, and you want to come in and try to break this shit up. That was my problem with Kassy. So, now they're going to bring in Harrison. Harrison is Australian. He looks good. I love his accent. He is, I think he's a diamonds trader. Something like that. But he diamonds. I hope it's not blood diamonds, but you know, that's what's giving me. But he works with diamonds. Okay. So a lot of the ladies, they like him. You know, bring in any guy with a nice accent. I ain't gonna lie. And us Americans are gonna go for it. Now, so Harrison during his time, it's between really Jasmine and Destiny, who he wants to get to know. So, they're getting along with both. I can feel that, because him and Destiny are closer in age. Destiny's 27, he's 26. They had a little bit more in common, and what they're looking for was just, they had a little bit more of what each other was looking for. But you know, Jasmine, she really thought she had it in the bag, because you know, talking to you is so smooth. Talking to a lot of people is real smooth. That don't mean that you make a good mate, but I don't know. That's just me. But you know, it did make it, to make matters worse, because everything that went down between Marco and Destiny when they were first coupled up, because when the two girls came in, he was trying to tell Destiny that, hey, I want to try to get to know these ladies. I don't understand Destiny's anger and stuff, because she just felt like, well, you kissed me. You shouldn't have kissed me if that's what you were going to do. And he was just like, look, I was just going with the flow. At the moment felt right. I can understand that sometimes it's a moment and stuff. It doesn't mean once we kiss. See, Destiny's one of those people. Once we kiss, once we do, we together. But that just wasn't the situation. So at this point, Marco just basically thinks Destiny crazy. She can't stand his ass. He can't stand her ass, and she can't stand his ass either, to tell you the truth. And he just wants her gone. And so, you know, so he really like gassing up Harrison to pick Jasmine and stuff, and you know, to me. And he's going back telling Jasmine, like, yeah, I think he really like you. I think he gonna pick you. You got this in the bag. So, first recoupling ceremony, Marco gets to go first. Marco picks Hannah. So he sticks with Hannah. I'm trying to think of it. Leonardo gets to pick. Leonardo goes with Anna. Anna gets on my nerves. Anna, to me, she looks like a party girl, but she looks real ditzy. I'm using the word ditzy to be nice, but because she comes off a little something else to me. But it's just like, it's just something. I just don't really care for Anna. And stuff. Cause she was like, yeah, Cabrano's nachos. Girl, shut the hell up. It's Breno's nachos. Come on now. Breno's nachos. Yeah, he talking about me. That's her. I can't stand that hoe. I can't stand her. I really don't like her. But he picks Anna. it comes down to, I think, was it Keenan next? I think Keenan was next. And I'm looking at Keenan like, because at this time he's getting to know Kassy. Now, in between that, they had a little game, and you basically, it's the kissing game, where they had to select who they thought did what action and go kiss that person. So when on Keenan's turn, it was funny that the correct answer would have been KK, but he chose to go kiss Kassy. And Kassy like, no, that's it, that's enough. So he was real turned off and embarrassed by that. And I can understand why. I really do understand why. Because it's like that was the perfect time to get the kiss in to see if there's any spark. So that really just turned him off. He really felt stupid after that point. He went back to KK like, I just want to apologize. I feel so stupid. And she was like, no. No, I ain't mad at you. No, but you should feel stupid. But yeah, no. That was basically her reaction. And so doing a recoupling, I initially thought that Keenan was gonna go last. It was gonna be between Kassy and KK, because I kept going, it's too many black people on the island. They gonna get somebody off. And so, but I was sitting there the whole time like, you better pick KK. You better pick KK, or I'm coming to Fiji. So luckily he picks KK. So next is Victor's turn. Victor just decides to stay in his couple with Carmen. Now Bergie really wanted to pick Carmen. So I think that if Bergie would have went first, Carmen would have ended up with Bergie. But that's not what happened. So Bergie ended up picking Kassy. So now it comes down to the final two people, between Destiny and Jasmine. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really thought Harrison was going to pick Jasmine. Because like I said, too many black people on the island. Somebody black gonna go off. That's just how I thought. But lo and behold, he picked Destiny. So I was actually really happy about that. And then Jasmine unfortunately had to go home. So that brings us to what? That was Sunday's episode. Yeah, so that was Sunday's episode. So I'm gonna cut it off here because we're getting at almost 25 minutes. And so in my next video, I'm going to discuss what happened Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was no show. And then tonight, because today is Thursday, and then I'm going to include today's episode in the next video. So thank you for joining me. Hey guys, this is brand new, but don't forget to don't forget to leave your comments. Tell me your thoughts. Are you watching Love Island? Leave your comments. I do respond back. And I think that is it for now. That is it till next time. So alrighty guys, bye bye.